We got a bloke who's come all the way from Tasmania to be here with us tonight. Would you please welcome David Lennie?
Good evening. It was a bit of a hassle getting a parking spot here tonight. I parked out the front here and the sign said no standing, and there was a parking inspector watching me. So I slid out onto the ground and walked away on the cheeks of my bum. The bugger followed me all the way up here to make sure I didn't cheat. Well, as you've heard, I'm originally from Tasmania. That's my ancestral home. So, wherever I go, I carry with me a permanent reminder of my origins, an extra toe on my left foot. I left Tasmania because of the Depression. This big guy, Lou Andrews, put a depression in the back of my skull. He said next time he saw me, he was going to kill me. I was going to go to Queensland, but I heard they had a lot of trouble with greenies up there, and I had problems with greenies at school, because when we were standing in assembly, Steve Roberts used to wipe them on the back of my jumper. So I decided to come to Western Australia instead. They said it was the state of excitement. No, it was. Just got overexcited and had a heart attack. That's actually all bull. I just made that stuff up to try to be funny. I'm from Perth.
You weren't.
I'm going to get rid of this ridiculous hair. No, it's good here on the West Coast. It's only here we get to watch the sun going down on the Indian Ocean instead of on the whole country. The economy is tough. Australian companies lost $5 billion last financial year. And I think, what could you do with $5 billion? Well, you could put everyone in New Zealand on the dole, so they wouldn't have to come to Australia. You could buy nuclear weapons and test them in France. You could declare war on New Guinea. Why?
Why?
Because you could win. You could pay for plastic surgery for all the other black guys in the US who want to look like Diana Ross. The plastic surgeons are feeling the pinch with the economy as well. They're cutting their prices. I saw a sign outside a plastic surgeon's office that said specials. Liposuction reduced to $99 a kilo. Circumcisions 5% off. Breast enlargements 3 for the price of 2. It's all just another sign of a changing world. Priests don't want to be celibate anymore. They want to be lay preachers. There's a lot of crime around. A couple of weeks back, someone stole my wife's car. But I believe there's a reason for things like that. I believe in karma. See, someone stole her car, so that means years ago, maybe even in a past life, that car must have stolen someone. There's arson. This very building was set ablaze recently. Burnt out all the shops underneath. It was a bad fire, a very bad fire. A good fire would have got this carpet as well. It was deliberately lit, and a lot of people are pointing at Neighbourhood Watch. They reckon the neighbours did it so they could watch. And a lot of other people are pointing at the fire brigade because they wear funny hats and drive around in silly red trucks. I find it a little bit much to take. I spend a lot of time just sitting around at home watching the ants. The good thing about that is I've learned to tell by their behaviour when it's going to rain, because they all start carrying tiny umbrellas. I was watching them this morning. They're running around all busily, and I thought I should do some work too. So I started raking the leaves. Then I thought, nah, wait till they fall off the tree. Noticed I needed some new tyres on my car. But what do you know, there's a retirement village just down the road from me. And one of the cars there had just the sort of tyres I needed. Got home, I said to my wife, look, I'm sick of this city rat race. Let's just move out into the country, out into the open spaces. Let's just sell the house and go. She says the landlord wouldn't like that. Is anyone else married? Anyone else? Yeah, a few, yeah. I have a mixed marriage. I'm a man, my wife is a woman. Last weekend she took me to a husband swapping party. Swapped me for a lawnmower. She said at least the lawnmower... She said at least the lawnmower was a 4-stroke. She's driven me to drink, but she's coming to pick me up again later. And we got kids. Our youngest is just growing out of being a baby. When he was really little, we used to worry about him stopping breathing. You remember the red nose appeal? Who bought one? You bought it? I did. It was a waste of money. I couldn't get the baby to keep it on. So I get by. I sort of make a meagre existence from comedy and writing and things like that, and I live in a little house up in Doubleview, but I think I can be reasonably funny sometimes, you know, but I drive past City Beach and I see these huge mansions, and I have to say to myself, now, David, don't be jealous, that's where the really hilarious people live. Always looking for ideas to, you know, to try and make a living. I thought of writing greeting cards, you know, the sort of sloppy, sentimental verse you get in greeting cards, but mine didn't quite work out. I wrote one for a wedding. A marriage made in heaven, forever wed as one. Or if you're not a Catholic, just until this life is done. A man and wife together till your earthly life has ceased. It may not be eternity, but will seem like it at least. A birthday card. A pretty card with tender thoughts and goodwill through and through is all I got from you last year, so it's all you're getting too. An engagement. An engagement, what a joyful thing. And marriage, what a blast. Make sure you get good wedding snaps. They're all that's going to last. Or I think you should have cards that you send to people you don't like. Like this one. Your ideas and convictions let you have no need for mine. Does your well of self-sufficiency run over all the time? Or are there hours of darkness when you're haunted by the thought that the brand of truth you cling to won't provide the shield you sought? In those moments when the screaming blades of horror touch your soul and the writhing ghosts of guilt rise up to drag you to hell's hole, please call me, I'd hate to miss it.